In Project, effort-driven scheduling means a task's total work stays the same as you add or remove resources. It's the norm because you often add resources to a task to get the work done in a shorter duration. However, meetings are one common example of tasks that don't use effort-driven scheduling. Meetings don't get shorter when you add people to the attendee list. The duration stays the same, so the total work for the task increases. So let's look at the Identify Physical Requirements task. When I select it, you can see that the duration is 20 days, and the effort-driven checkbox is turned on. Well, I've got the Relocation Project Manager assigned, and with the duration of 20 days, the work is 160 hours. Well, let's see what happens when I add the Relocation Assistant to this task. I click the resource name cell, click the down arrow, and then choose Relo Assistant. Now when I click OK, you can see a couple things happen. First of all, the work gets divided between the project manager and the assistant. They both get 80 hours of work, so the total work is still 160 hours. But the duration actually shortens to 10 days. Now let's look at a non-effort-driven task. Present to management. Well, that's a meeting. So when I select that, I'm going to turn off the effort-driven checkbox. You can see that the project manager is assigned, but I'm going to assign a few other attendees. In this case, the CEO, the CFO, the CIO, and finally, the office manager. Well, now the duration of the task is 4 hours, and the project manager has 4 hours of work assigned. When I click OK, you can see that the duration is still 4 hours, so it hasn't changed. Instead, each person assigned to this meeting gets work of 4 hours. So now let me switch quickly to the task usage view. And here you can see each person assigned has 4 hours, but now the total work has changed. It's gone up to 20 hours. You can also tell Project whether you want new tasks to be effort-driven or not. To do that, go to the File tab and choose Options. Then go to the Schedule category. And here in the Scheduling Options for this project section, you can see there's a checkbox, New Tasks are effort-driven. So when it's turned on, any new tasks you create are effort-driven, which is usually what you want. But if you don't want them effort-driven, just turn the checkbox off. Effort-driven scheduling determines what project does when you add or remove resources from a task. If the work increases or decreases as you add or remove resources, it doesn't use effort-driven scheduling. If the duration changes when you add or remove resources, the task uses effort-driven scheduling.